Alright. Well, it's gonna be a two-part now because I'm walking my dog through the desert. And she is a beast of a dog. She was 118 pounds last time we went to the vet, but she's lost some weight. That's probably about 100 pounds of just straight muscle right there. And yeah, I love her, but goddamn, she drags my ass. So, where was I talking? Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna be probably on benzos the rest of my life. Or some kind of, because Keppra didn't work for me. When I took Keppra, not only did I still have seizures, I literally wanted to kick everybody's ass. And I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a guy that wants to fight people. This shit just made me want to fight people because they looked at me. Just looked at me. Like, Keppra, no. It's like the same reason I don't like I've tried SSRI and SNRIs. I've tried everyone you could think of. From Zola to Wellbutrin. All those different ones. Fluoxetine, propanol, buprenorphine, buprenorphine. All those different fucking anxiety medications and shit like that. I have severe ADHD. I was in, I've had an IEP since I was in the first grade, maybe kindergarten. I know for sure first grade. And so, basically, from first grade to fifth grade, I would be in classes twice a week with two other kids. It was me, a kid that was autistic severely, and a kid that was straight up mentally retarded. Not trying to be mean, he was full-blown mentally retarded. And then when I got to middle school and high school, same thing. I was in class. I would be in half normal classes, half classes with autistic and full mentally retardation kids. And my teacher used to always say it wasn't because I was stupid, which it could have been. I could be stupid as fuck for all I know. But they said it wasn't because I was stupid. It was because I just didn't ever feel like doing anything. ADHD. Actually got diagnosed with ADHD in the Army National Guard. They sent me to a counselor because they were like, dude, something's not right with you. And they put me on Adderall for years. That had me pretty good and stable. I lost my insurance. And after I stopped taking Adderall, shit went downhill. So here's the thing. I've noticed that most people with ADHD gravitate towards like opiates or benzos. They don't gravitate towards coke or meth. Most people that really have ADHD, really diagnosed, really prescribed shit, they normally gravitate towards benzos and opiates. And I think that's because it makes us feel it makes me feel like I can slow down. I can take a breather. My brain stops for a minute. And then, but here's the thing. When I'm on Adderall, I can conquer the world. I can focus. So like, when I read books when I sit on the toilet, okay? It takes me sometimes 3 to 4 times reading a page before I comprehend what I read, because I'll daydream as I'm reading a book. I don't know how many of you can know what I'm talking about, but hold on real quick. Maya, what are you doing? You want to go down there? Hey baby, where are we going? Sorry, let me take care of my doggy. But yeah, so You know, anybody with real ADHD, you know, usually gravitate towards like a downer, because it makes us feel more normal. Doesn't make us necessarily succeed better, but I think it makes us feel more normal. If you ever hear somebody that says, oh, I have ADHD, so when I take Adderall it calms me down, they're lying. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You have ADHD and you take Adderall, it still boosts your energy. It's still amphetamines, you fucking idiots. It's still amphetamines. The only difference is it helps you focus that energy. That's all Adderall does. So if you've ever heard, because I've heard it a lot of times where people will say, oh, well, Adderall calms me down. That's how I know I have ADHD. And then you ask them if they've ever been diagnosed or prescribed, and they say no. Yeah, that's because you don't have ADHD or ADD. That's not how it fucking works. It's fucking amphetamines, and you're a human. You take amphetamines, they're gonna boost your energy. The only difference is if you have ADHD, it helps you focus that energy. That's why when I took Adderall, I could do 18, 20 hours a day, every day except for Sunday, of working and doing shit on the computer and never have any problem. Because not only did I have the energy from the Adderall, but I could focus that energy. So I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. I hate how many people claim they have ADD or ADHD, and then you ask them, oh, well, what was your dose of Adderall or Ritalin or whatever, or this or that, and they go, oh, well, I was never really diagnosed. I just know I have it. It's like fucking autism. Everybody thinks they have autism now. No. I've been in classes with kids with autism. It's really easy to tell. Well, not easy, but there are people, for the most part, most people with autism, it's really easy to tell. They have a certain like cadence in their talk. And I was really, really good friends with an autistic guy for a long time. Like I said, I did classes with him. So I'm gonna stop going on that tangent. But yeah, I'm sick of people faking that shit. But it's whatever. 60 days off of any opiates. I'm on something to control my seizures. So stuff's going better. Me and my family are getting along, except for me and my sister. But me and my parents are getting along, and that's really important. You know. I'm sorry, hold on. Where are we going, dude? We're like 2 miles from our house, you know that, right? So my dog, I think she forgets about the walk back, because we're like 2 miles from our house. And she looks tired. We're turning around at the hill, Bray. Alright. So I'm about to turn around here in a minute. But, you know, I'm doing better. I'm off the kratom. I'm just smoking weed, which I never planned on quitting. And I am. So it's not really fair to most people, but I am on a benzo for my seizures, but my seizures have nothing to do with withdrawals. I have seizures from brain damage. So I don't have a choice to take them. So it does give me a little bit of advantage, and I'm not gonna lie, by being prescribed the benzo. But it's the razepam 1 milligram. So it's equivalent to 0.5 milligram of Xanax 3 times a day. That's not much. So we need to go back. Come on. Do you forget we have to walk 2 miles home, dude? Come on. So this is a quick update. I'm gonna start making videos regularly. and quite a bit more often. But I need to make a video explaining the reason why it's been so long. There's been 3 trips to the emergency room and a bunch of other stuff that's happened. So I need to update you guys, but fuck. I feel like I'm starting to look better in my face. As far as like I don't look so skinny. Maya, come on, we gotta go this way. But I'm supposed to get my job back at my company technically January 1st, but I'm waiting until after the 5th because that is when after my brain scan shit, and they get me on the exactly the right seizure medication. So yeah, just hope I keep doing as good as I'm doing and stuff keeps getting better, because it was really low there for a while and now it's getting a lot better. So, you know, if I can get off of heroin after 16, 17 years, I mean, I'm 35 and technically 17 was the first time I did heroin, and I think by 19 I was hooked. And there was maybe 2 years in that period where maybe a year and a half combined where I wasn't using opiates. So I'm finally doing it and I'm going to stick to it. So if anybody's having trouble, I'm not an expert, but maybe I can help. Everybody, you know, have a good day. Wish me luck.